Good morning, guys. Okay, check this out. I don't usually park in front of my house, but I parked out there today because my dad was doing something in the back. And I just opened up the door just to look outside because it's pouring down rain. And man, is my car bright. Look at this thing. I mean, you just cannot miss it. Bright canary yellow. That is too funny. But yeah, look at this rain coming down. It's just pouring right now. I guess it's not as bad as it was just a little bit ago. But there's flash flood warnings out and everything. And of course, I need to go out to get something to eat for dinner. I'm kind of craving chicken. So I think what I'm going to do is get some boneless, skinless breasts and make some chicken nuggets. Some low-carb chicken nuggets. Nuggets. I'm such an idiot. Oh, I'm such a dork. I'm still laughing. Anyways, after we get the nuggets. Anyways, after we get the stuff to make the nuggets, I want to drive around and kind of look at this rain since we have these flash flood warnings going on. I don't want to get stuck in any flash floods, but I know there's an area with, I think it's an Aldi's, and that place, it's set real low off the highway, and it floods pretty often, so I want to check that out. Okay, guys, I didn't film anything in the store, but I did get my chicken. I got some barbecue pork rinds so that I can make my nuggets, barbecue nuggets. And on the way out, I saw this little clearance section, and I found these bib overalls, $3 a piece on clearance. Originally 45 or 46. Let me show you these. Look at this. They're like an American flag, and they were on clearance because of the 4th of July is over now. So those are going straight on eBay. I got 4 packs of those. I was just about to say it smells like a fair out here, and then I realized what it was. Somebody about 2 cars down is smoking, and I can smell their secondhand smoke. And that smell always reminds me of Cedar Point. Because I remember going out to Cedar Point when I was a teenager, and there was always people smoking in the park. And for some reason, that smell, I mean, it actually smells good from a distance, but I used to smoke, and it's disgusting, and it's nasty. And, sorry to anybody who smokes. but the smell of it from a distance smells so good. And anytime I smell that, I always am like transported right back to that time at Cedar Point, you know, hearing the rides and seeing the lights and smelling all the other stuff, like the foods that are cooking and that trailing cigarette smoke. Okay, so I ran out of steam last night. After I got home, I put my groceries away, and I decided just to make some sausage with some onions because I was so hungry right at the moment. And I mean, it wouldn't have taken all that much time to make the chicken. But when you add in filming making the chicken, it makes it time consuming. So, plus last night, right before I went to bed, I wanted something so bad, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to taste these. I'm going to taste these barbecue pork rinds. I ended up sitting down. I mean, I was literally walking around like this, so tired, shutting off lights. I opened up that bag, started eating them, and the next thing you know, I'm watching 2 episodes of the new Stranger Things, eating the whole bag of those things. Not that eating the whole bag is bad, I can do that, but now I have to go buy some more, so I have them to make my my chicken today. So, okay guys, it is time to get busy with these chicken nuggets. I've been working all day long. I am super duper hungry. So where did I put my, my little tripod here? I think I need to order a new one because I've been bending these things around so much that they're getting weak, and a lot of times I'll set up my camera and I'll notice it starts sliding down. I don't remember who it was complaining about me throwing things a while back because I was always throwing my food, but I like it! Okay, so I'm going to have to look at the actual recipe, like the amounts to mix of this stuff. But we got coconut flour, almond flour, pork rinds. This bowl is just for the egg wash, which we have eggs. She put a little bit of garlic powder in and a little bit of water. And then what I bought here was 2 big, fat, boneless, skinless chicken breasts from Purdue. They were only $4.58, so those ought to make plenty of nuggets. Oh, and I got a thing of zipper bags here so I can put my stuff in there to shake and bake. Shake and bake! Actually, she used some paper bags, so if the plastic doesn't work for any reason, we'll use paper. I'm going to link the video in this video somewhere, or down in the comments, or down in the description, or something, so that if you guys want to try to make this, you can go watch it for yourself. In fact, I gotta go watch it again now so that I'm making sure that I do it right. Okay, so we got our little ingredients list here. First thing we need is a cup of almond flour. This is honestly my first time ever using almond flour. I used coconut the other day, coconut flour. Smells like almonds. Actually smells pretty dang good. Okay, so what was it? 1 cup. Get done messing around here. Now, we're just making the breading, the coating. So this is probably one of those things I don't really need to measure all that much out. But for some reason, I'm doing it. Coconut flour, 1 tablespoon. I love the way that smells too. I'm not a big coconut fan, but I love the way that smells. Okay, 1 tablespoon. There we go. Then we need a 1/2 cup of pork rinds. So that means I'm gonna have to crunch up my pork rinds. Okay, so I got a Ziploc. Half cup of pork rinds. Okay, now I need a teaspoon of salt. Something like that. Teaspoon of onion powder. That'll work. Teaspoon of garlic powder. Yeah, good. And a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Here we go. Okay, so there is our breading. Now, our egg wash. I don't know why, but she wanted a little bit of garlic in there. Give it a little bit more taste, apparently. She used 1 egg, but I can almost guarantee she had to come back and get another one. So, we're doing 2 eggs. A little bit of water. I gotta cut my chicken up into little chunks, but I gotta get a little something to drink here. I've been drinking mostly water, 99%. But I bought this Diet Cherry Pepsi the other night when I made a low-carb pizza. I thought it would taste better. And since I haven't been drinking much pop, it's more difficult to drink it. It's thicker, it like burns more when it goes down or something. It is tasty though. Alright, no need for you to watch me cut chicken. There it is. I got a whole bunch of little nuggets. This is about the size. Nuggets. Kind of thick. I tried to keep them kind of small because I don't know. I've never used this air fryer before, so I don't know how well it cooks these. Apparently very good. But I tried to keep them about the same thickness. So we'll see how this goes. We're gonna try the paper bag deal. Okay. All right, we got our little assembly line here. So she said first put them in and shake them up. So we're gonna do just a few. And we're double dipping these. So she said take them out, then egg wash them and dip them again. That's a nice little coating on those already. But let's do as the lady said. This bag's going to be destroyed by the time, not even halfway through, I guarantee it. That's pretty good. That's a pretty nice coating right there. Yeah, that's working really good. Okay, so all our chicken is breaded. Most of this is double dipped. There's a few pieces, probably 6 or 8 pieces in there that did not get double dipped because there just wasn't enough coating, which is kind of surprising with all the coating that it made, but I'll just have to remember that next time. And I only used 2 chicken breasts, but they were pretty thick. So here's our air fryer. I've never used one before, so I gotta go back and watch her video and look at the manual here and see exactly what we're doing here. The only instructions I can find online, including in that video, is for chicken tenders or tenderloins, whatever you want to call them. These are just chicken nuggets. I mean, look how small these are. So now I'm in the habit of saying nuggets. It's so stupid. But it seems to me by the directions that I have to put only enough to make one little layer in here. Like, I can't stack them. So this might take a little while. It's supposed to go for 15 to 20 minutes, and I have to turn them halfway through. I'm not about that crap, okay? This might make them taste really good and really crunchy, but I could just spread these out on a tray, stick them in the oven, go about my business, come back in 25 minutes, and eat my nuggets. But instead, I have to play games with this thing and flip them. I don't know. We'll see how they taste. I mean, if they would happen to turn out like absolutely delicious and there's no way they would taste that good from the oven, I may do it again. But I don't know. We'll see. Time is very important to me. So to have to stand here and babysit this thing is not a good mix. So, all right, let's see. We got to plug it in first. Temp at 400, timer for 3 minutes, just to heat it up. What in the world? Okay, there we go. I guess that's heating up now. So I turned it on to 400, I set it for 3 minutes, and it doesn't say in the book to do this, but I had to touch the on button again, apparently, to start the countdown. I can hear it working. I can smell it working. Okay, yeah, it's counting down. You can't see it counting down like by the seconds. It only goes by the minute, so I had to wait for it to go from 3 minutes to 2 minutes to actually make sure it was counting down. Yeah, see, to ensure even cooking, some foods require shaking during the cooking process. Remove the outer basket from the unit, gently shake the contents as needed, and place them back in the unit to continue cooking. I'm not about babysitting an oven. I can babysit the grill if I'm grilling hamburgers or, you know, whatever, steaks on there or whatever, but something like this that requires me to stand here and just wait for it a little bit, a couple minutes later shake it, or forget it. Okay, so I guess the nuggies go in there now. Okay, we got 8 of them in there. We'll do 8 minutes and then we'll flip them. Probably doesn't need that long, probably needs more like 6 to 7 minutes because they're smaller pieces of chicken, but I don't know, trial and error, I guess. Okay, alarm just went off for the first 8 minutes. Whew. Boy, that kind of stinks. I'm not trying to be impatient. but this is too much work for me. I got other things that need my attention. This batch will finish in here. These are going in the oven. Hey Siri, set my alarm for 20 minutes. Here we go, going in the oven. You know, when you come up with a new product, it's got to be something that solves a problem. And this doesn't solve a problem. To me, this creates a problem. Okay, so I can smell it. It doesn't smell good. And I'm not talking about the chicken. I'm just talking about, like, you can smell the actual unit. It kind of stinks. I would assume that would go away after a while. But here's our chicken nuggets. They actually look pretty good. That breading's pretty good. So this is what they look like. Let's break the thickest one open. It's done and it looks really juicy. I got a little bit of honey mustard here. I'm gonna put on a plate. Dipping sauce. And let's go ahead and give one of these a little taste test. They look pretty good. They actually smell good if you can get past the smell of the actual unit. I should have tried it first without the dip, but let's try it. Here's the one I tore apart. You can see it's nice and juicy in there. Look at that steam. Okay, so without any dip. I mean, it's pretty good. I don't think it's any better than what the ones in the oven are going to taste like. Okay, so let's give it a minute here. And when the other ones come out of the oven, we're going to give those a taste as well. And see if there's any difference in the two, if one of them tastes better than the other. Okay, guys, so the ones have come out of the oven here. Look, they look a lot lighter. Here's one that I tore apart to make sure that it was done. They're a lot lighter and softer and juicier. They even smell better, to be honest with you. So let's give it a little taste without anything on it first. It's good. I mean, I can't say it tastes any better than it did coming out of the air fryer. Maybe a little bit, actually. I think that how good they actually taste is going to depend on what you put in your breading. Because they kind of taste just a little bit bland. So they definitely could have used a little bit more salt, pepper, maybe even some cayenne pepper. Now, of course, dipped in the sauce. That tastes very good. Okay, so in the end, I had high hopes for the air fryer. It's not that they tasted bad coming out of the air fryer, but the oven definitely wins. If I were only making 8 of them, maybe. Although, it creates dishes. Now I gotta wash this up. I'm being so negative, but I'm just being honest. You know, if you're only gonna cook 6 or 8 of them, yeah, maybe the air fryer's fine. But, I mean, we had a whole slew of them here. I stuck them in the oven, sat down and did a little bit of editing. Came back in 20 minutes and they were done and ready to go. Had I done that in here, it would have taken me an hour just to do a little bit at a time. Not to mention they started falling apart, like all the breading was falling off when I was trying to flip them in the air fryer. So, oven definitely wins. As for the recipe, very good. Just need to tweak the ingredients in the breading. So I'm gonna load up my plate here and I'm gonna go watch another episode of Stranger Things. Wherever you guys are waking up, whatever time it is, make the best of your day. Do something for somebody else, pay it forward. Let's make this world a better place. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.